Have you ever walked into a bank and felt your heart beating fast because you didn't know what to say in English?
Or maybe you needed to open a bank account, but you were too nervous to try?
Well, today that's going to change. Welcome to English Now Easy Podcast. I'm James.
And I'm Kate, and today we're going to teach you everything you need to know about banking and money in English using only simple words that you can start using today.
By the end of this lesson, you're going to feel confident walking into any bank and speaking English without fear.
So get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's make banking English easy together.
Oh, really, Kate? That sounds great. So what are we going to talk about today?
Well, today we're going to talk about something that everyone needs in their daily life. We're going to talk about banking and money in English.
Ah, yes, banking and money. You know, Kate, this is such an important topic because everyone needs to use a bank when they live in an English-speaking country.
Exactly, James. And I know from my own experience that many English learners feel really nervous when they need to go to a bank or talk about money in English.
That's so true, Kate. There are new words to learn, new systems to understand, and sometimes you're in a completely new country where everything feels different.
But you know what, friends? You don't need to worry at all. Today, we're going to make banking English really simple and easy for you to understand.
Yes, we're going to use simple English, have a nice, calm conversation, and give you real-life practice that you can use right away.
So let's begin our lesson together. And remember, we're here to help you feel confident.
So, Kate, before we start with the vocabulary and phrases, can I ask you a personal question?
Of course, James. Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like.
Have you ever had the experience of opening a bank account in another country where you needed to speak a different language?
Oh, yes, James, I definitely have. When I first moved abroad many years ago, I needed to open a bank account in my new country, and it was actually one of the first things I had to do.
So, how did you feel when you went to the bank for the first time?
Well, honestly, James, I felt quite nervous. I was worried because I didn't know all the banking words in English, and I was afraid I might not understand what the bank staff was saying to me.
I think many people feel exactly the same way, Kate. It's a very common feeling when you're learning English.
That's absolutely right, James. And that's exactly why today's topic is so important for our listeners. Money is such an important part of our daily life, and we need to know how to talk about it.
Yes, exactly. Think about it, everyone. You need money for paying your rent every month, for buying food at the supermarket, for saving money for the future, and for many other things in your daily life.
So today, we're going to learn easy banking English together, step by step. And by the end of this lesson, you're going to feel much more confident.
All right, Kate, let's start with the basics. First question for you. What exactly is a bank account?
Well, James, a bank account is basically a safe place where you can keep your money. Instead of keeping all your money at home, you put it in the bank where it's protected and safe.
That's a good and simple explanation, Kate. I like that.
Thank you, James. Now, you should know that there are two common types of bank accounts that most people use.
Oh, yes, this is important. Please tell us about these two types, Kate.
Sure. The first type is called a checking account, and the second type is called a savings account.
Okay, so we have a checking account and a savings account. Let's explain these simply so everyone can understand the difference.
Good idea. So, a checking account is for money that you use for your daily life. This is the money you spend regularly on things like food, transportation, and bills.
And a savings account is for money that you want to save for later. This is money you don't need to use right now, but you want to keep it safe for the future.
Exactly right, James. So, checking account is for spending and savings account is for saving.
All right, everyone listening, let's practice saying these words together. Repeat after me slowly. Checking account.
And now, savings account.
Very good. These are nice and easy words to remember.
Yes, and you'll use these words a lot when you talk to people at the bank.
Okay, James, now we're going to learn two more really important words that you'll hear all the time at banks.
All right, Kate, I'm ready. Go ahead and teach us these new words.
The two words are deposit and withdraw. These are actions that you do with your money at the bank.
Good. So let me explain deposit first. Deposit means to put money into your bank account. When you have cash and you want to put it in your account, you deposit it.
Perfect explanation, James. And withdraw means to take money out of your account. When you need cash, you go to the bank and withdraw money.
These are really useful words, so let's practice them with some example sentences that you can use in real life.
Great idea. Here's the first example. I want to deposit money into my account. Can you say that, everyone?
And here's another example. I need to withdraw some money from my account. This is something you might say to a bank worker.
Yes, and you can also say, I'd like to make a deposit, or I'd like to make a withdrawal. These are all very common and simple phrases.
See? Banking English can be simple when you learn it step by step like this. So, Kate, now let's talk about something really practical. How does someone open a bank account?
That's a very good question, James, because this is usually the first thing people need to do when they arrive in a new country.
Right. So, when you go to a bank to open an account, what does the bank ask you for?
Well, the first thing they ask for is identification. Identification is a document that shows who you are.
And identification is often called ID for short. So you can say ID instead of identification, and everyone will understand you.
Exactly. So, what are some examples of identification documents? Well, you can use your passport, your driver's license, or your residence card if you have one.
Some banks might also ask for a second document, like a utility bill that shows your address, but that depends on the country and the bank.
That's right. So, here's a simple phrase you can use when you enter the bank. Hello, I want to open a bank account. That's a very clear and polite way to start.
And then, when they ask for your identification, you can simply say, "Here is my ID," or "Here is my passport."
Yes, and the bank worker will probably ask you some questions like, what type of account would you like? And you can say, a checking account, please, or a savings account, please.
See, everyone, it's really not complicated. You just need to know a few simple phrases and you'll be fine.
All right, James. Now let's talk about something that almost everyone uses regularly. Let's talk about ATMs.
Oh yes, ATMs are very important. ATM is short for automatic teller machine, but don't worry, you don't need to remember that long name. Everyone just says ATM.
That's right. An ATM is the machine you usually see outside banks or in shopping centers. It's the machine where you can get cash without going inside the bank.
So, let me explain how to use an ATM step by step. First, you put your bank card into the machine.
Then, the machine asks you to enter your PIN. PIN is your secret number, usually 4 digits that only you should know.
And this is very important, everyone. Never, ever share your PIN with anyone. Not with friends, not with family, not with anyone. Your PIN should be completely secret.
That's such important advice, James. Your PIN protects your money, so keep it safe and private.
So, after you enter your PIN, the ATM will show you different options on the screen. You can withdraw money, which means taking cash out of your account.
Or you can check your balance. Your balance is the amount of money you have in your account right now.
You might also see options like deposit money or transfer money to another account, depending on the ATM.
These are all simple and useful things you can do at an ATM without needing to talk to anyone at the bank.
Yes, and for many people, using an ATM is easier than going inside the bank, especially when you're still learning English.
James, before we continue with more banking vocabulary, can we take just a quick moment?
Yes, of course, Kate. What would you like to say?
Well, I want to say something to our wonderful listeners. Friends, if you're enjoying this episode and finding it helpful for your English learning, we would really appreciate your support.
Yes, please. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the like button on this video. It really helps us to know that our lessons are useful for you.
And if you haven't subscribed to English Now Easy podcast yet, please click the subscribe button so you don't miss our future episodes.
We make new lessons every week with simple, clear English to help you improve, and we cover topics that are really useful for daily life.
Also, if you know other English learners who might benefit from this lesson, please share this episode with them. Learning together is always better.
Your support really helps us to continue making more free lessons for English learners all around the world.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. Now let's continue with our banking lesson.
So, James, these days, many people don't go to the bank very often because they use online banking instead.
That's so true, Kate. Online banking has become very popular and convenient. Online banking means using your phone or your computer to manage your money.
Exactly. With online banking, you can do many things from home without needing to go to the bank building.
Right. So, what are some things you can do with online banking? Well, first, you can check your account balance anytime you want.
You can also send money to other people. For example, if you need to pay your friend back for something, you can transfer money to their account.
You can pay bills online, too. For example, you can pay your electricity bill, your phone bill, or your internet bill right from your banking app.
And you can see your transaction history, which means you can see all the money that came in and all the money that went out of your account.
This is all very convenient. Convenient is a useful word that means something is easy and helpful for you.
Yes, and most banks now have a mobile app that you can download on your smartphone, so you can check your money anytime, anywhere.
Just remember, when you use online banking, make sure you use a strong password and keep it safe, just like your PIN.
All right, Kate, here's another important topic. What about when people are traveling to different countries?
Yes, James, that's a great point. When you travel to a different country, you may need to exchange currency.
Let me explain this clearly. Currency means the money that a country uses. Different countries have different currencies.
That's right. For example, the United States uses dollars. Many countries in Europe use euros. Japan uses yen, and England uses pounds.
So if you're traveling from one country to another, you might need to change your money into the currency of the country you're visiting.
Exactly. You can usually do this at a bank, at the airport, or at special currency exchange offices.
Here are some useful phrases you can use. You can say, I want to exchange money, or I need to exchange dollars for euros.
You can also ask, what is today's exchange rate? The exchange rate is how much your money is worth in the other currency.
For example, the exchange rate might be $1 equals 0.9 euros. This rate changes every day.
This is very practical English that many travelers need to know.
Yes, and remember, it's okay to ask questions if you don't understand. You can say, can you explain the exchange rate, please? And they will help you.
James, I think we should teach a few more useful banking words before we do our role play.
That's a good idea, Kate. Let's give our listeners some more vocabulary that they might hear at the bank.
Okay, so the first word is interest. Interest is money that the bank pays you when you keep money in a savings account.
Yes, so if you have $1,000 in your savings account, the bank might give you a little extra money every month. That extra money is called interest.
Another word is fee. A fee is money that you have to pay to the bank for certain services.
For example, if you use an ATM from a different bank, you might have to pay a small fee. Or if you don't keep enough money in your account, there might be a monthly fee.
Right, and here's another word, statement. A bank statement is a document that shows all your transactions for a certain period of time.
So it shows all the money you deposited, all the money you withdrew, and your current balance. You can usually get your statement every month.
These are all words you might see or hear at the bank, so it's good to know them.
All right, Kate, I think now's a good time to do a small role play so our listeners can hear how a real conversation at the bank sounds.
I think that's a wonderful idea, James. Okay, so I'll be the bank worker and you can be the customer who wants to open an account.
Perfect. Let's start. Remember, everyone, listen carefully and you can learn from this example.
Good morning. Welcome to our bank. How can I help you today?
Good morning. I would like to open a bank account, please.
Of course, I'd be happy to help you with that. Do you have any identification with you today?
Yes, I do. Here is my passport.
Thank you very much. And would you like to open a checking account or a savings account?
I think I would like a checking account, please, because I need it for my daily expenses.
That's a good choice. A checking account will be perfect for your daily needs. Now, I just need to ask you a few questions. What is your current address?
My address is 123 Main Street, apartment number 5.
Perfect. And what is your phone number?
My phone number is 555-0123.
Excellent. Now, would you also like to set up online banking so you can check your account from home?
Yes, that would be very helpful. Thank you.
Great. I'll set that up for you. You'll receive your debit card and your PIN in the mail within 7 to 10 business days.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your help.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's everything. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, that's the end of our role play. See how simple and natural the conversation was?
Yes, and notice that the bank worker spoke clearly and asked simple questions. Most bank workers are very helpful and patient with customers. All right, Kate, I think now's a good time to do a small role play so our listeners can hear how a real conversation at the bank sounds.
I think that's a wonderful idea, James. Okay, so I'll be the bank worker and you can be the customer who wants to open an account.
Perfect. Let's start. Remember, everyone, listen carefully and you can learn from this example.
Good morning. Welcome to our bank. How can I help you today?
Good morning. I would like to open a bank account, please.
Of course, I'd be happy to help you with that. Do you have any identification with you today?
Yes, I do. Here is my passport.
Thank you very much. And would you like to open a checking account or a savings account?
I think I would like a checking account, please, because I need it for my daily expenses.
That's a good choice. A checking account will be perfect for your daily needs. Now, I just need to ask you a few questions. What is your current address?
My address is 123 Main Street, apartment number 5.
Perfect. And what is your phone number?
My phone number is 555-0123.
Excellent. Now, would you also like to set up online banking so you can check your account from home?
Yes, that would be very helpful. Thank you.
Great. I'll set that up for you. You'll receive your debit card and your PIN in the mail within 7 to 10 business days.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your help.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's everything. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, that's the end of our role play. See how simple and natural the conversation was?
Yes, and notice that the bank worker spoke clearly and asked simple questions. Most bank workers are very helpful and patient with customers.
You know, James, I know that many English learners feel shy or nervous when they need to go to a bank and speak English.
Yes, Kate, that's absolutely true. But I want everyone to know that practice really helps. The more you practice, the more confident you become.
That's right. And here's something important for everyone to remember. You don't need to speak perfect English at the bank.
No, you definitely don't need perfect grammar or perfect pronunciation. What you need is clear English and the ability to communicate your needs.
Exactly. If you can say simple sentences like, I want to open an account, or I need to withdraw money, that's enough.
And if you don't understand something, it's completely okay to ask them to repeat. You can say, sorry, can you repeat that, please? Or, can you speak more slowly, please?
Bank workers are usually very patient and understanding. They talk to people from many different countries every day.
Yes, so don't be afraid to ask questions or ask for help. That's what they're there for.
And remember, everyone, confidence comes with practice. Maybe the first time you go to a bank in English, you'll feel nervous, and that's normal.
But the second time will be easier, and the third time will be even easier. Each time you practice, you get better.
So be patient with yourself and be proud of every small step you take in your English learning journey.
All right, everyone, we've come to the end of today's lesson. Kate, let's review what we learned today about banking English.
Sure, James. Today we learned about the two main types of bank accounts: checking accounts for daily money and savings accounts for money you want to save.
We learned the words deposit, which means putting money into your account, and withdraw, which means taking money out of your account.
We talked about how to open a bank account and what identification documents you might need.
We learned about using an ATM machine and how to keep your PIN safe and private.
We discussed online banking and how convenient it is to manage your money from your phone or computer.
We talked about currency exchange for when you travel to different countries.
And we did a role play to show you how a real conversation at the bank sounds.
All of this is real-life English that you can use for your daily money tasks and banking needs.
And please remember, friends, simple English works. You don't need complicated words or perfect grammar. Just speak clearly and don't be afraid to ask for help.
So if this episode helped you feel more confident about banking in English, we would really love it if you could like this video.
Yes, and please subscribe to English Now Easy Podcast so you can get more useful English lessons every week.
We also want to hear from you. Please leave a comment and tell us what topic should we teach next.
Maybe you want to learn English for shopping, or English for the doctor, or English for making friends. Let us know what would help you most.
We read every single comment, and your suggestions help us create lessons that are useful for you.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. We really appreciate your time, and we hope this lesson was helpful.
Keep learning, keep practicing, and remember that every day you're getting better at English.
Keep growing, stay positive, and don't give up on your English learning journey.
See you next time on English Now Easy Podcast. Goodbye.